in the 5th week of the lockdown, and initially the government said it was going to go for 4 weeks. At the end of the 4 weeks, Jacinda, our Prime Minister, announced that it would carry on for another 5 days. Level 3 is still basically stay at home. You are allowed to extend your bubble a little bit to include family and such like, check up on relatives, and if you were stuck in another part of the country you're allowed to travel home, so long as you don't stay overnight or something like that. You know, you just keep going in one direction. So while I've been working, it's been such a big dramatic reduction in the amount of freight we've been hauling. I really thought that I'd have heaps of time to do this and that. I would have and should have and I could have. I think I've just packed on the weight. Haven't achieved much. Done a bit of baking. Always been a bit of a baker. World famous in my own lunchbox for my chocolate chip cookies. Did some repair work on my favourite shoulder bag thing that I use when I'm riding. It really should have been thrown out a long time ago, but it's just the right size, I find. So why throw it out if you can fix it? I had fully intended to catch up on all the raw videos, the raw footage that I've got, and hasn't been edited. I thought I'd have plenty of time to do that. There's still some stuff on the South Island Road I did about 2.5 years ago with Kiwi Badger and the Big Gorilla, Black Sheep Biker. It was a real good trip, and there's still some footage I haven't edited from that, the final run home. Well, we're home, and we've done 4,595 kilometres since we left here 3 weeks ago. She's done well. She did me proud. Thank you, FJR. There's footage from the house in the Hawke's Bay. I was doing some gardening and catching up on jobs around the place. I still need to edit that, get it up on the tube. Hey there. You know what I always say, happiness through hard labour. Been working hard today, so time for a coffee. Oh, what's that? Somebody coming up the drive. Don't get too many visitors around here. Who could it be? Oh no, it's him. Hey bro! You're a hard man to track down. Yeah, that was the plan, bro. You want to try riding 400 kilometres and so yeah, that was the plan, thing, mate. Why didn't you bring the Guzzy, bro? Yeah. Hey? Oh. You forgot something. You know, I've been busy, hey. Hey, do the bloody generator thing. Push a button. Yeah, I can just do that. Yeah. Well, no, because I've got my own plan. Right, okay. So, oh, you got some fancy idea, have you? Well, get on with it, bro. I'm not your brother. Yeah. I'm not your cousin, mate. On your bike or your mower. Where you go, son? Bugger off. Bugger off. Bugger off. Hey, the pain. Meantime, I've got a shift on tonight. It's my last shift for the week. Then I got 3 days off, I think it is. Go back to work for an early morning shift, and then the day after that I'm going to try heading down to see Mrs. V and hopefully meet my brand new grandson who arrived a couple of weeks ago, and and probably by then my next grandchild will have arrived. That one was due a couple of days ago. They always come when they're ready, but any day now, number 6 grandchild will arrive. So we're still under lockdown. We're supposed to be staying at home, staying in your bubble, social isolating or social distancing or whatever they want to call it. All these terms that we wouldn't have even thought existed a couple of months ago. Now throughout the world everybody's in lockdown, socially isolating, staying in their bubble. It's a mad, mad world. Since the announcement that we're dropping back a level, I've noticed a lot more traffic out and about. A lot of cars with more than one person in them. Can't all be going to work or coming home from work, surely. I know everybody's got to go and do their groceries and all that sort of thing, but I think it's already eased off in most people's minds. Here we go. I've been taking the dogs for a walk just about every day, mapping my little route on the Google Maps thing and then adding a few photos to that and sending it off to the family on the family chat to show off all my long walks. But my son, who's down at the house in the Hawke's Bay, he's been doing the same, except he's been running up and down hills. Amazing what he's been doing. He's fitter than a buck rat, that boy. I made a cat ramp, a cat ramp of all things, to allow my daughter's cat to come and go, so it didn't have to come around the side of the house where the dogs hang out. Apparently he loves it, yeah. Cat ramp, out of some scrap timber that was lying around the place. Oh yeah, here we come, now. Been dodging idiots in their cars even when there's less traffic. They're still blind. I've been trying out all sorts of different things with the cooking as well. No buying takeaways at the moment. Apparently that's going to change next week when we drop down a level. But you'll only be able to buy stuff contactless. You pay either PayWave or through internet banking or whatever, and you go and pick up the stuff without coming in contact with the people in the shop. Did that today. Our favourite butcher reopened. I was able to go and get my supplies doing it that way. Took the FJR with the top box and just opened it up. The young fella put it in there and away we went. All good. So with the announcement that they're going to drop back a level down to level 3 next week, they've also announced that all freight can now be moved. So we're starting to ramp up again here. Actually, there were quite a few locos stored on these roads here that weren't in use. They're all starting to come back into service now, which is good to see. A lot of our work practices have changed. The way we do things, so that we're all socially separated, or whatever you call it. If you have 2 people in the cab, which doesn't happen often, but if you do, you've got to wear masks, and of course wash the hands all the time and all that sort of thing. That's all happening. Better not run these fellas over, they're pretty big. Okay, let's go and do it. The company has issued us with this stuff, and these white things, and masks and gloves. Now I've already done it in here, but we spray this stuff all over the place, leave it for a few seconds, wipe it all down, and that's for our own peace of mind. Because every time a locomotive gets to the terminal depot, the subcontractors come in with they look like spacemen with their machine and everything, and they're full on breathing open hazards, and they sanitise the whole thing. So I think they're doing the best they can. Running alongside State Highway 1 just here, it's always really weird to see no cars on the road. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. My day is done, or you could say the day has just begun. It is the 25th of April. In this part of the world, that's Anzac Day.